I had just returned home from my surgery when my mother-in-law knocked me to the ground. My body was still weak after the operation, and I couldn't help but let out a cry of pain. But my mother-in-law didn't stop. Seeing this, my husband remained silent. He simply turned around, grabbed a hammer, and dragged his mother toward the room. Seeing the fierce look on her son's face, my mother-in-law began to panic, begging me for help from a distance. But my husband ignored her, threw her into the room, and nailed the door shut. He was so ruthless, because our whole family owed me too much. For 30 years, I had devoted my life to this family, but never once received their gratitude. Every morning, I woke up to my mother-in-law's scolding, then prepared breakfast for her. After that, I went upstairs to wake my drunken son, and when I saw my daughter rushing to work, I ran downstairs to remind her to eat before leaving. After sending her off, I rushed back to help my husband put on his clothes. I told him that I hadn't been feeling well lately, and asked if I could go to his hospital for a checkup, but he didn't care at all. Just as he was about to leave, I ran ahead barefoot on the cold floor, just to place his shoes neatly for him. Before he walked out the door, I reminded him to be careful on the road. After seeing him off, I finally thought I could rest a bit, but then my mother-in-law grabbed me by the hair from behind. That's what my mornings had been like. For the past 30 years, over and over again, my husband ignored me, my daughter fell in love with a married man, my son drank and partied every night, and my mother-in-law had dementia and couldn't take care of herself. Any ordinary woman would have broken down, but I carried all the weight on my shoulders alone. But it seemed like God thought I hadn't suffered enough. One day, after finally putting my mother-in-law to sleep, I went to my husband's hospital for a checkup with a friend. Even the preliminary results shocked her. To be sure, she told me to do a full body examination. When I finished the tests, I waited outside my husband's office so we could go home together after work. But as always, he looked at me with that same coldness. Everything changed after he got that phone call. My friend asked him to come to the hospital. He immediately understood what that meant, but the seriousness of the situation still shocked him. My friend told him I had ovarian cancer. He froze. The cancer had already spread to other organs. He couldn't believe it. He rushed to check the CT scan himself. Only then did regret hit him hard, remembering all those times I said I wasn't feeling well, and how he had always brushed it off. Now my illness had reached this stage. He felt like a failure, both as a doctor and as a husband. On the way home, he replayed the devastating news in his mind, and finally broke down in tears. Perhaps it was guilt. Perhaps it was heartbreak. Perhaps it was the pain of knowing I was slipping away. When he returned home and saw his mother bullying me again, the man who had always been cold and indifferent finally exploded.
왜 그래요? 왜 이 여자를 못 잡아먹어서 평생 그래요? 평생을? 예? 도대체 못마땅한 게 뭐예요? 말해봐요.
왜 그래요? 어?
말해봐요! 이 사람이 뭘 주고 때려줬어? 무슨 잘못이 그렇게 있다고?